Nathan, congratulations, you're still the champion.
Yeah.
Did you feel like you did enough though to have your hand raised as the victor tonight?
Yeah, listen, I let him way too close in terms of the shots, because he caught me some good shots as well. In 2 of the rounds he really got me good. I did feel like I won the fight, but it was still very close. Like, yeah, it's one of them, but the judges obviously didn't have me as well. Yeah, one had me losing, one I didn't think I lost at all. But one I made a draw. Did I lay it a bit too close? Yes, but I think it was an entertaining fight. The first 6 rounds, or first 6 or 7 rounds, I felt like I was completely boxing, lovely, not getting caught by anything. But then I did exactly what Steve told me not to do. And that was let my hands slip and get caught with silly shots. And yeah, then it lets the judges sort of edge towards the thingy. But it is what it is.
Was there anything that surprised you about Brad Pauls today?
No, I knew he could punch. Like, I thought he was quite good at the way he slipped some of the shots and come over to counter me, which I don't usually get countered like that. Obviously. But that's for me to work on now to make sure that doesn't happen in the future. But he was excellent. He was excellent. And that's why the British title fights are so good, because it brings something out of the domestic lads, just like it did with me in my last fight.
Were you shocked when the scorecard was read out to Pauls?
Yeah, yes. Like, and listen, I don't want to say that in terms of, listen, I let it too close. And if you let it too close, you allow it into the judge's hands, and then instead of putting it in your own hands and taking a fight away, I did lay it too close. So listen, that's my fault. So if I allow the judges to score like that, that's my fault. So it is what it is.
I think I want to say in the 11th and 10th round, how hurt was you? I suppose when he was teeing off.
Oh, he got me a good one. Was it round 11 maybe? Yeah, right. And I thought, oh, bloody hell, oh, come on, move, and then just because he's a very strong lad. He obviously slapped a lot of lads, and yeah, he just but he had to let it go, because I must have been way up after the first 7 rounds on the cards, but then obviously that allowed him back into it. But listen, he's the current English champion. His only loss was to Tyler Denny, who's the current European champion. He's beat Ryan Kelly before, who's a very good fighter. So he's a good domestic fighter, and I think it was an enjoyable fight to watch. Not for me, mind. I didn't want to get tagged with shots, but I thought it was good. And he took some good shots himself.
That experience of tonight, though, and obviously you might not like hearing it, but that word hurt will be thrown around in a couple of rounds. How much will you learn from that experience moving forwards?
You certainly have to keep your hands tight, and just, like you say, at this level, you can't get caught by silly shots, because you can get hurt, and if you get hurt, you can be pulling your arse as well, and then you technique down. So yeah, it's one of them, but it is boxing, and when you're boxing big, strong lads, pardon me, they're going to catch you with stuff. So yeah.
I know first things first, you want a little break, but when you look towards what could be next, there's all that talk about the Stoke ground. People might ask for a rematch now for Brad. Yeah. Hamza Sheeraz was here tonight. Yeah. Where do you go? What would you like to look at?
Listen, yes, I would like to fight in the summer, and Frank said we need to speak later this week, so I'll speak with Frank and see what the deal is.
You had 2,000 Stoke singing the Ireland for you today. You know, the support's been with you, loss or draw. How has that felt for you?
Yeah, Radio Stoke, good local lads. No, it's phenomenal, mate. Like, my supporters are absolutely phenomenal. And like you say, after a draw, like for me, I don't want to draw. That's almost like a loss. Like, you want to be a winner, but they were still singing and they were still cheering and supporting me all the way through. And even afterwards, like I've looked at my phone. There's loads of messages on there from people, and yeah, it's very humbling and very nice of my guys to just support me no matter what.
In terms of your movement, how did you feel tonight was in terms of movement compared to the Denzel Bentley fight?
In terms of movements, I might not have moved as good as I did with Denzel Bentley, and I let him come in a bit. I should have just been moving a little bit more. At times I was a bit too stationary, but that's where the mistakes were made in that regard. Because I shouldn't be letting him get anywhere near me. I should be whoop, move, whoop, whoop. But I wasn't, and that's what let him into it. And that's a mistake that I made, and I've just got to learn from that.
Nathan, how much was the crowd of a help to get you through some of those rocky moments?
Mate, bloody hell! Listen, make no mistake, they were phenomenal. But when you get caught with a shot, it's what's inside you. You got to really dig deep as a man to think, fucking hell. Dig deep, so fucking hell, he's coming at you. But but yeah, I'm a tough lad. I consider myself a tough lad in every aspect. I think I've been through things. Yeah, it's one of them. It's one of them.
Would you like Janibek in the summer? I mean, he's not looking like the monster we thought he was in his first few defences.
Listen, mate, if Brad was catching me shots like that, I wouldn't want Janibek catching me shots like that. You know what I mean? So it's listen, I know Frank's got plans in terms of who he would want me to find next. So I'm going to meet with Frank this week and hopefully let's see what happens. Because I am still the champion. Granted, not in the circumstances that I wanted, but I am still the champion.
Nathan, those fans were mentioned earlier on in this kind of media huddle. I know you went and dropped off a lot of tickets to most of them. Do you go out now? Do you go and see them tonight, or is it a bit more of a somber mood because you didn't get a W on your record?
Well, I've got the British Boxing Awards are tomorrow. We've got to go down to London at 12 noon, so it's going to be an early one tonight, I think. Well, I think it's half 1 in the morning now, and it's like it's. But yeah, it's one of them, mates. I've got to drive down there tomorrow because they've nominated me for Boxer of the Year for 2023, which is lovely. So it would have been nice to go down there, not so bruised up, though. I will say that.
Can I just ask on that note, last one, yeah. It was obviously a later start than what we're used to over in the UK. Did that play a factor, or did you struggle to get adjusted that extra hour?
Nah, that's nothing to that, mate. Because listen, he's got the exact same circumstances as me, but but like these the Magnificent Seven shows, because they're all title fights. I expected Joe Joyce to bang his lad out. He took 10 rounds to stop him. I was like, bloody hell, Joe, come on, hurry up. But it's just one of them, innit? Yeah, cheers. Thank you.